Hey everyone. So I've been getting a few questions about the Google Hangout or Meet, and I've figured out a few things through trial and error. So if we just go down to the Google Meet to begin with. So really basic here, you know, join or start a meeting, type a name if you want, then continue. Once it gets loaded, join now. Okay. And there, so close that. So just from this screen alone, just a few things here. So you can click here to see who is in your meeting. This is also where you can go in once you click this person. Since it's only me talking, is why they're not going to do anything about it. But it'll have the place for you to mute them. Now, here's the deal: is you can't go in there and unmute them. They have to unmute themselves. Also, it's just very time consuming to mute them. So for the most part, I've asked my class, just mute yourselves, please, so we can talk for a minute. They've been pretty good about it. So far, I've had up to about 20 kids in a room at a time. This is a really good spot, the chat, going over. I'll ask questions over here, and the kids respond or answer out loud to me. Also, a lot of my kids ask questions over here because they don't want to talk over everyone else. So both of those work. Clicking back on the picture, so I've done a lot of Kahoots and quizzes online, and the kids have really enjoyed those. So you'll present now, you'll present your entire screen. So for instance, if I present, I'm going to click here and share. So I'm presenting my screen. So I would go over to the Kahoot, and my Kahoot would pop up, and I would just go through it like I regularly do. The kids would get the pin here. Now the deal with the Kahoot, though, is that the kids have to, you'll click stop presenting here when you're done. The kids have to have two screens open. They have to have your screen for your meeting open, and they also have to have another screen open where they can actually go and respond. So they have to toggle between the two screens. A few of them gotten a little frustrated with it, but they've gotten better as we've used it more often. I also launch quizzes through here and just give them time to chat. What I really liked about this when I did it yesterday was that I could mute myself and turn my video off and still work. And I could still hear the kids. And I just let them talk back and forth about everything that was going on, and kind of just a safe space where they knew I told them I was listening. I told them I was watching. They just couldn't see or hear me, just to make sure everything stays appropriate. And they seem to have a lot of fun with that. So, one of the things that really annoys me about this program is only seeing like 2 or 3 people at a time, and it bouncing all over the place. It drives me crazy. So you're just going to go over to Google, and you're going to go to Google Meet Grid View, and you're just going to add that extension. Just like any other extension. Once you've added that extension, you will see right here there's the Google Meet Grid View. It's saying that extension is added, and then you will also see this box here. So when you have this box going, so you see how the green screen just popped up around me. Okay, I'm spotlighting right now. So I'm speaking, I'm the spotlighter. Only show participants with video. The majority of my video kids all come on with video, so I want them all on here. And include yourself in the grid. The kids want to see me. So I made sure that all of those are selected, and this is one of the easiest ways to do the grid view. Mrs. Pittman and I worked together this morning with Audrey's class, and we're able to use this real successfully, that basically the entire class was on the screen at one time, and they really, really enjoyed that. So it's a lot of fun. It's pretty relatively easy to use. Something I did discover that I'm really liking right now is that I can set these meetings up with my calendar feature. So you can put this link, just take this link right here, copy and paste it into Google Classroom, and the kids can go there. I've been doing that, but I wanted to go ahead and start scheduling these, and I also wanted to get my kids used to responding to emails from me. So I was trying to think of a way to do that, and the calendar invite was my way. So to do this as a calendar invite, I'm just going to go ahead and close this session. And so when you're setting up your next Google Meet, you're just going to go to Calendar. If it'll load, you're going to go to Create. You're going to go to More Options. And then once you get here, so we're going to say Mrs. Blades Google Meet. Okay, we're going to choose the day. So I've already scheduled this week's next Google Meet. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule the following week's Google Meet. So April 7th, I always get on with my class about 1 o'clock. I found it to be a pretty good time. Everybody's had lunch, chilling, they're ready to do something else. So April 7th, 1 o'clock. Then I'm going to go down to add conferencing. This is really important. I'm going to go to Hangout Meet, and it automatically generates a new meet for me. I did not have to generate that. So that link is right there. And then I'm going to go to add guest. Now this part, you're going to go up to your Google Classroom. You're going to go to people. You're going to go to click the box, and it's going to say actions, and it's going to say email. So I have 78 kids between the 3 classes. So when it pops up eventually, hopefully today sometime. Okay, so there are all my students. And, nope, don't want to do that. I'm going to go through and highlight them. And then right-click copy. Then I'm going to go back to the calendar invite. I'm going to click here and add guest. And then I'm going to click on the box and hit enter. Oh, invalid email address. There we go. Okay. Well, obviously I did something wrong. A little bit of troubleshooting, right? So I'm going to go back to my emails. I'm going to right-click copy. I'm going to go back to my calendar. I'm going to right-click paste. For some reason, this one, I got the end of my email address or my signature on my email, so I have to take that out. Okay, let's finish clearing that out. Sorry about that. This is nothing you're going to have to do. Just watch the back end of your email. I don't know, somehow I ended up getting that. Okay, now we're good. And then I clicked in the middle of it, I hit enter. And then there are all of my students. Okay, so again, I'm going to double check. I've got my title, I've got my date, I've got the time I want, I've selected Google Meet. It's already generated me and also these are going to send notifications like 10 minutes before the event. I might change that. Yeah, I'm probably going to change that to like say 30 minutes before the meet just to give them a heads up. And I'm going to hit save and I'm going to hit send. Awesome. Now, when I go to that actual date, so April 7th, Miss Blade's Google Meet, there it is. And literally all they have to do is click that right there and it'll get them right in. So I hope this helps. And if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. Thanks.